When the New York Giants traded for Brian Burns in 2024, it was clear they were acquiring more than just a pass rusher. What has emerged is a player whose on-field production is elite, whose leadership and intensity are unmistakable, and whose season so far is making a strong case for him as the top candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Now, diving into a season-over-season performance and looking from a statistical snapshot, in 2022 with the Carolina Panthers, Burns played in 16 games and registered 12.5 sacks. In 2023, 16 games, 8 sacks. In 2024, his first full season with the Giants, 17 games, 8.5 sacks, 35 solo tackles, and 29 assists. Through the early part of 2025, he's already logging around 9 sacks with only 7 games played, 34 total tackles, and 23 solo. The jump from 2023 to 2024 was modest in terms of a sack total, 8 to 8.5. But the context here matters. Changing teams, systems, adding leadership responsibilities, adapting to a new environment, and then in 2025, Burns is on a trajectory that, if it holds, would surpass any of his previous seasons. A pace of approximately 9 sacks through 7 games extrapolates to 20 sacks over a full season, which would put him in among the very elite. Beyond raw sacks, his grade from Pro Football Focus in 2024 was 78.5, which landed him 22nd out of 211 eligible edge defenders. He also logged 61 pressures in 2024, ranking him 13th among edge defenders. In other words, his impact on the pass rush goes beyond the sack total. He is consistently disrupting the quarterback. So throughout 2025 so far, Burns is on pace for a career high if his current level of play is maintained. And so far, his name has been tossed around for Defensive Player of the Year. His elite production is shown in his sack rate, pressures, and disruptive plays are among the best in his position. His consistency and durability has shown week in and week out. Last year he played in all 17 games. So far this year he has been banged up a little bit, but he usually pops right back up and comes back in and plays through the pain, really earning every single dollar of his contract. His presence also helps elevate the Giants' defensive front, having a guiding voice for rookie Abdul Carter, younger player Kayvon Thibodeau, and pairs nicely along the other leadership by interior defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence. But more importantly, with the media, he's very vocal, he's taking responsibility, and he's pushing his teammates and coaches when needed. After the terrible collapse to the Broncos last weekend, losing 33-32, and then after leading 19-0 in the fourth quarter, Burns was visibly angered by the defensive breakdowns. He clarified later that I was referring to is the fact that we called specifically to take away that play, and the fact that Nix wasn't even trying to throw it to Mims, and it just so happened to be completed. His quote shows ownership, expectation, and the desire to get better and improve those around him, especially the coaching. While less documented in the public eye than some, Burns' maturity and presence in the locker room adds value, especially meaningful when you're looking to shift culture, which the Giants have been appearing to be doing with a lot of these younger folks on the team like Dart and Scadaboo. A true Defensive Player of the Year candidate brings more to this, sets the tone, demands excellence, helps young players, and is a trusted voice. And in Burns' case, his intensity after the Broncos game shows that he cares. He's not willing to accept breakdowns. That kind of emotional investment can galvanize teammates, especially with a beaten record that the Giants have had over the last few seasons. His defenders, teammates, and coaches have pointed to his presence as a stabilizing factor. The fact that he signed a major contract and was brought to New York for the express purpose of elevating the pass rush and defense shows the organization trusts his leadership. And if we consider previous Giants greats like Justin Tuck, Burns might not be Hall of Fame levels just yet, but he's showing the early signs of being a true defensive leader for the Giants since Tuck, and he brings his pass rush excellence and vocal leadership in a way that we have not seen in this position in New York in recent years. While no outcome is certain, the ingredients are all there. Elite on-the-field production, upward trend year over year, leadership, accountability. For Burns to win Defensive Player of the Year, he'll probably have to get sacks above 20 sacks, maybe add a couple more turnovers or splash plays, and ideally see his team win more games. Obviously, team success often help with winning these awards, but as it stands, he's very much in this conversation and is a bright spot on this Giants team and for the future of this franchise. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think about this video. Do you think Brian Burns is deserving of a look for Defensive Player of the Year? And how high do you think his ceiling is? And thank you guys for watching.